Hey everybody, and welcome to the Harmonix Switch stream. Once again, it is DropMix Monday, which means that we are going to be playing DropMix. So today, we've got a little echo there. Troy's going to take care of that. I'll just keep on talking. Hopefully you can't hear that. So we've had some requests from people in chat over and on social media to kind of slow it down a little bit. Questions about how scoring works and why one move is a little better than the other. So this stream, we're actually going to slow it down and talk through how gameplay mechanics work and how, all of the different aspects of gameplay and scoring work, so that if you feel like you've been kind of left in the dust before, we'll get you up to speed. So I'm Josh Harrison. I am always here. And now we have Jonathan, who is also now always here on Mondays.
Yes. Creative lead on DropMix, our awesome new music mixing game that we're creating in collaboration with Hasbro. We always like to start off these streams by making a custom mix for people who haven't gotten to hear the game before.
Yeah.
So Josh and I chose a few of our favorite cards before this. We'll also be showing off some of the wild cards that we haven't played on some of the previous streams a whole lot. We mixed them into the deck for today just to have some different music for those of you who are returning viewers, just to hear some of the different songs out there.
Yep. So,
I think, Josh, you got a pick? You want to make a little mix just in demo mode here?
Let's start with this one. Jonathan does finally get to sit down. People are commenting on that.
That's true. I might get too excited, though. I might have to, jump around a little bit.
Okay.
So we got this horn intro, courtesy of Cake from that red card. You want to give us a dance beat?
It does need to have a beat.
Good drop, too. Right before the horns come back there. So Josh just mixed this duck sauce beat in with this cake horn part. There's some strings on there.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of the color of Jepsen strings. Then you can mix in whatever vocal you're into. Take this yellow Tribe Called Quest vocal.
Love that. So we have swapped out a couple cards here with some other announced cards. So we've already showed Europe's The Final Countdown on a different stream. I don't think that we've showed Earth, Wind, and Fire, or what's the other new one that we have
Bust
today?
a Move by Young MC.
Yeah, that's right. So if we drop this in the middle here. Oh, it just works so well.
It's great. We got to speak in
DropMix works here.
Different colors of cards, different parts of music, as you can hear. Each one plays into a continuous mix, so whatever we choose to play is going to work. Those multicolored wild cards play different parts in the song based on where you put them. They take over the whole mix when they're played. So now we're getting sort of that vocal part there in the breakdown.
So good.
What do you think? You ready to play, Josh? You want to make some more?
Well, I was just going to throw in something just to fill it out a little bit.
Yep. Getting a little bit of guitar in there from Weezer.
Yeah. Well, let's start with some Clash mode here.
Okay. You're going to take this, you're going to play with the rock deck and the electronic deck.
Yep.
So I'll grab some pop and some hip hop. All right.
So we do have 3 modes coming to DropMix. We've announced one of them so far, which is Clash mode. So that's head-to-head. Lets you play either one person against another player. You can also do 2v2, or if you've got 3 people handy, you can do 1v2. The game kind of balances out, so any of those will be equally matched.
Like draw rules and hand sizes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For the one-on-one game, which you see Josh and I doing here, is that the collection in DropMix is all about these 15-card themed playlists. So if you want to play one-on-one, you can just grab 2 of the pre-constructed playlists, shuffle them together like we're doing here, make your own little custom mix, and then there's rules as well if you want to get deeper into the customization. But I think we're going to talk about those on a future stream.
Yep. So once the decks are on board, Hit the drop mix
One more
button.
final shuffle.
Remove your
I
cards.
trust you. I won't insist on cutting your
Yeah.
deck for you.
Thank you.
Hopefully everybody was watching you shuffle, so if you palmed a card or something, they'll catch you.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're going first.
Game has randomly chosen me to go first.
So we can play open hand here so people can kind of see
Okay.
what's going on here.
So what I got going on here, I got blues and reds. So I'm going to add those colors to the mix so that Josh can't get bonus points for adding new colors to the mix.
So taking a step
Oh, sorry,
back,
sorry, yeah,
so
yeah.
on your turn,
Yeah.
you get 2 actions. And those in those actions, you can either play a card or you can hit the drop mix button, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So when you're playing a card, you match the color on the card there with the colors on the board along the side, and that will add that part of the that song into the mix. So what are the 4 colors again? It's yellow are leads, usually
Red.
vocals. Reds are loops, like
Melodic
guitar
parts.
riffs. Blues are beats, and greens are your bass lines.
That's right. Bass
Got it.
harmonies.
Nailed
That's
it.
why you got like those strings there. Pretty
Yep.
good. Pretty good. You don't need to know any of that to get started. You just
Yep.
need to worry about colors and numbers at first.
Sure.
Every card you play, if you can get on the board, you'll score a point for that. When there's nothing on the board, it's easy to get your cards in.
Yep.
Once there are cards in the mix, you need cards of equal or higher level, indicated by these little bars in the corner, in order to put down a card.
And white FX cards can go in any slot as well.
White effects cards and multicolored wild cards can go anywhere.
Yep.
So, what I'm going to start out with, the lower cards, it's going to be harder to play them once more cards are in the mix. I'm going to drop a level 1 card there. So I could have dropped that into any of these blue slots. I chose to drop it there, knowing that Josh can only replace this with another blue card there, and knowing that if he wants to fill out the colors, he might want to play a green. So it'll be, if he goes for that green bonus, he won't be replacing my card, so I'll keep my card in the mix.
Right.
However, since I only have blues and reds, and I know Josh might also want to try and snag that yellow bonus for adding yellow in, I'm going to take this level 3 red and play it over here, which means that if Josh wants that yellow bonus, he's going to need a level 3 yellow.
Yeah, you can only play on either empty slots or when your level is equal to or greater. So Jonathan played 2 cards, so now it's over to me. So
And I draw 2 cards.
Yes, draw 2 cards at the end of your turn. So as you can see, there is this little it's above us, I think. These little glowing triangles on the yellow slot as well as the green, which means that because those colors aren't in the mix right now, you get a bonus point if you play into those slots. So I definitely want to get that yellow, so I can play over this because I've got 3.
So my risk did not pay off because you had the 3 yellow that you needed to knock out my red, which also sets you up for a combo here.
Yes.
You knocked red out of the mix. There's no melodic parts. You just kind of have a beat and a vocal. So now you can drop a red back into the mix.
And now, so I'll get double points on that one as well. Double Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. However, because I just drew this Sia vocal, now this card I had last turn can pay off. So I'm totally going to snag the green bonus that Josh left open. A little Sam Hunt in there, scored 2 points for that. Drop this effects card.
So it'll show on the screen what that effects card lets you do. You've also got a little icon in the lower left-hand corner of that card.
Yep, and I could have played it over anything equal or higher. I chose to do this to try and take over as much of the mix as possible.
Yep.
And not set Josh up to get another red bonus by knocking red out of the mix.
Wow, that's a big change. People are talking about how many cards, and is this in this build here, if we tap this?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you tap that, it'll show you how many cards you're supposed to have.
So the game knows that because I played 3 cards on my last turn, I'm a little bit behind. Josh has 5.
Yep.
Because he's played 2 and drew 2 every turn. I played 3 last turn, only drew 2. So gotta play smart, make the best of my limited hand here.
Right. So Jonathan has a lot of cards in the mix right now. He's got 4. And most importantly, he's got some of every power type. So he's got the level 1, he's got 2 level 2s, and he's got a level 3. So if I hit the drop mix button, spin the equalizer, that will actually randomly give me the opportunity to kick some of his cards out of the mix. So I'll hit that, and you can watch the animation.
The higher the number, the more likely it is to get cleared. So this is actually unlikely, but it can happen. So it knocks my level 1 out of the mix.
Yep.
So I discard that card, I lose a point.
Yep. Anytime you get cards kicked out of the mix from the equalizer or from an effects card, you lose points for every card that comes out. If you play over somebody's card, though, that does not affect scoring. So now for my second card, it opened up that blue spot, no blue cards in the mix. So I can put in Cake Beat and get double points on that.
So, because Josh got a little greedy, tried to take some points away from me, he only took over 1 slot in the mix that turn. So since I already had most of the mix, that sets me up to make this play. Get his beat out of there. I think this one will sound better. Yeah, I have two level 1 reds, so and they're the same instrument, so I'll just choose the one I want to hear. Get a full mix bonus for that.
Yep, it's 1 extra point for you.
Nice.
So let's see here. So it seems like spinning is definitely the best call here, because I could pick up to 3 cards out of the mix of yours.
But you only hit the 1.
I know. But that opens up yellow, which means that now I can get that yellow bonus here. So I get the 1 point for playing the card, as well as the 1 for playing yellow when there's nothing.
Alright. So I got a lucky draw last turn. Josh hasn't been able to get more cards into the mix yet. I can use this card to take over the mix again, because white cards can be played anywhere.
Yep.
So I would draw an extra card for that. Get another full mix bonus. I won't draw my extras yet. Double check, right? I should only have 4. Okay. And now, if I can get any of these on the board, I'll always score a point. So now I'll just, actually, yeah, I'll stick with this, just so that I don't put a higher number on the board. I'll put that down, score a point for that. I don't get the full mix bonus that time because I already had control of the whole mix.
Right. So
I draw my 2.
this is not looking as good for me here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, let's see here. So I'm going to play over Jonathan's red card, deducts 2 points with my effects card.
Okay.
And then that also opens up both the red and yellow bonus now. So I can only take 1 of those. Red is a little bit more common, and that's a little easier to play over. So I'm going to play over his card there with red to get double points, or the extra bonus point rather.
All right. So you sneak into the lead there. Kind of got a lot of blue here. That's not super helpful for me right now. I could set up. Let's do this. This is kind of like an interesting line of play. If I just sort of want to cycle my hand a little bit, how do I play it like this? I'm trying to decide. I could play this blue over green here, get green out of the mix, and then immediately play another green. So that would be a total of 3 points. But it would leave Josh with these 2 cards still in the mix. So I think I'm gonna just kind of push my my board advantage here. Try and keep dominating the mix, although it's a risky play. Josh can take advantage of some of those color bonuses there. Give him my hand. Could have spun the equalizer to knock your stuff out.
Yeah.
But
so we've got a red and a yellow bonus right now. So I'm just going to fill both of those.
Snag those. All right.
Yeah. So let Jason Derulo to get the yellow. And then play over my own card, which is a little unfortunate, but
so good. That gives you 2 points.
Get the bonus point. I'd rather do that than something else. Yeah.
I was trying to fight for the board here, and you're just snagging those color bonuses. So I can't take the full mix because I don't have anything that can beat Jason Derulo right now.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit the button. I'm really. Let's see what would be best for me. The 3 is pretty good for me.
Yeah. So take out this whole stack here. Split those up.
You carly right in.
So a question a couple people have asked is if there are multiple cards in a stack, do you lose multiple points? Nope, it's just one per card slot.
Whoever has the top card when it's cleared.
Yeah.
And the equalizer cannot clear your own cards. It's only going to clear your opponent's
I have
cards.
the right number here? No.
Yeah,
Draw last turn here.
So sometimes we forget to draw, and then
Yeah. Let's see.
Your hand limit is 7 for people who are curious about that. So if you need to draw when you have 7 cards, just skip your draw.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna play over your Ricky Martin with some Weezer. I don't have any combos I can do, but just getting some points on the board here. And getting you away from that full mix bonus again.
Decent shape here. Let's see. I really feel like I gotta steal some of your points here. So, and I have all these level 1 blues. So I'm gonna spin, and what I'm really hoping for is a 2. So let me get one of my blues on the board and get a bonus for that.
Yep.
Don't get it. Get the 3, so that still takes some of your points away. That is rough for me. So I still think I'm gonna play one of my blues just to get more variety in my hand. And because if I can get blues on the board, there's a chance I could cash in on them with this effects card that gives me bonuses for my blue cards.
Right. So, let's see here. So I'm going to play over your base with mine, which then lets me play this effects card. So plus 2 points if I've got a green card in the mix, which I do. So that's a 3-point play.
Man. Alright, so now I have this
at spitting distance of 21. We played at 21.
So I think because you're so close, I really need that spin. I really need that 2. Let's see if I can hit it. Not good enough.
But open up green.
Still takes away some points. Opens up green. I cannot capitalize on that right now. I'm just gonna drop my heaviest blue card in there, try and prevent him from playing green in there and getting that green bonus again. Risky play though.
Yeah. So.
7. Yeah.
So I can. Oh, here we go. So I've got another effects card here. Yes, we have. Thank you, Troy. I'll answer some questions from chat after this game. We're almost there. I think it's going to be this turn. So this effects card will remove a random blue card from.
That'll remove all of my blues.
Right.
So that gets Run DMC out of there.
Which means now opens that spot again. So, I mean, I could do a couple things here. Let's see. So I can.
Yep, and you're gonna get the full mix here.
Yeah. So that lets me play an extra guitar card. So guitar cards can be any color. So as you can see here, hopefully, I don't know how high res that is. You can see that that's got the little guitar icon. So that's guitar. This is bass. And drop that in. So I get the regular card, the full mix bonus, and the bass bonus. Strong finish out.
Whoa.
Beat the creator of his own game here. It feels good.
That really hurts.
Yeah.
I got so into explaining what I was doing.
I know.
That I forgot to actually try and win. This is very bad. I'm gonna blame my bad draw.
Right.
That I had all the low blue ones.
Also, we're playing open hands. Normally, you wouldn't do that.
It's true.
Just doing that to show the crowd here.
It's good to sort of think about what my misplays might have been.
Yeah.
Although, don't want to look too much. I gotta move on.
So the effects cards, they have like a really small sample, which sounds really good when you've got a couple of them layered together here like this.
You can save this mix.
You can, yeah. Just tap that button in the upper right-hand corner, and it'll save the mix. Then you can go to it later, send it to your friends. Let's see. So this is out in September. The base kit is $99.99. Comes with the DropMix board and 4 playlists of 15 cards apiece. So we're mixing 2 playlists together to play one-on-one, or you can split them amongst 4 people to play 2v2. The additional playlist packs will be available. 16 cards for $14.99, and 5 card Discover packs will be $4.99. It's coming out in September. Have not announced a specific day. It will, as far as speakers go, this is just running audio through your phone. So if you have Bluetooth speakers, or if you want to use like AirPlay or something like that to an Apple TV, that will carry the audio with it. And the board will be battery powered. This is a prototype board, so you can see a little cord coming out the back. But here. Yeah, the final one that you'll be able to get in stores will have will be run on batteries. Let's see here. I don't know what TWRP is. Any word on whether you'd include TWRP in any packs? Oh. If you want that in the game, then be sure to let us know, because we are still going after additional songs to bring to the game. And we have a bunch more that we're announcing. We're going to be coming out with over 300 cards in 2017 before the end of the year.
Yeah, we definitely look at that. I know the DropMix Game Twitter account asked like what music people wanted to see, and the team was definitely checking out that thread to see, you know, what artists we should go after and stuff like that for future cards.
Yep. And no blind packs, so you can just go to the store and kind of see through a little window.
There's a little window, and if you see a card you have, those cards are only available in Discover packs. So once you have one of those, you can see, oh, I already got that card.
Yep.
And your collection will be tracked in the app as well. It's like a little collection view.
I could have just hit rematch.
Yeah. It's all right.
Love those menu sound effects. Wanted to hear more of them.
Alright.
So to anybody that hasn't seen earlier streams, these are prototype cards, prototype board, prototype app.
One more shuffle.
Versus Highness.
It's embarrassing. Remember, people were worried that if you go first, you got an advantage, but I went first and I got shut out.
Luck of the draw a little bit. So also something, I don't think we've talked about this before live, but something that I'd love to do is spend one stream where we actually expose the hand and get a closer camera on that and actually let Twitch play against somebody at some point. I know the delay is
make it work.
Make it a little slower, but you're listening to the mix while you're waiting for your turn, so not a bad place to be.
All right, so I get to go first again. See if I can redeem myself here. Let's see. I want to sort of mix up the different levels I have in the mix. So what I'm going to do is just create my Bollywood remix of Call Me Maybe right out of the gate here.
So I've got bonuses on red and yellow. Don't have any yellow, so I can play a, let's see here. Don't have any strings cards. I did draw that same, not strings, guitar. Did draw that same effects card there, but. So drop the red, and then drop a blue of my own in that slot.
Cool. Say. How do I play this? So, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and knock out one of Josh's cards, and actually to try and I can control which one of this clears. So this card will clear one of Josh's cards at random, but if I play it on top of Josh's cards, I know exactly which card he's going to clear because there's only one in there.
Yep.
So you can take that back, and I will use this as an opportunity to get double points off of my one red.
Yep.
Save my level 3 yellow for a little later. Basically, I was thinking that if you had a yellow last turn, pretending I couldn't see your hand right now, I was thinking if you had a yellow last turn, you probably would have played it. So keep that one aside for later.
So I do want to stop you from playing a yellow. Again, if you've got one, pretending I can't see your hands here. So I'm going to, actually, I'll do this in a different order so that I can take advantage of a bonus. If I play this blue card over your red, get 1 point for that move, but it does take red out of the mix entirely. So now if I put this red here to block that yellow, I now get a bonus on that.
And this cool Afrojack combo.
Yeah. Oh.
It sounds really cool.
It's really, really, really hard to make something that doesn't sound really good.
All right, let's see how I play this one. So now I can do another sort of order of play combo. No yellow in the mix. Drop this one here. Those tri vocals in. Now there's no red in the mix.
I know.
So it sets me up for this play.
And that's a full mix.
Nice.
Big points, Jonathan.
And, all right, all the way up to 10. Nice.
So you don't have any ones in the mix, but since that's the lowest likelihood to come up on the equalizer, I think that I have to spin here.
Hit that one. Hit that one.
Oh, okay.
That's literally what I tried to hit all game last turn. Couldn't hit it. You clear it right away.
So I wish I had some better cards here to
capitalize
split
on
up.
that
Yeah.
now.
I can't get a red bonus. I can't get the blue though.
You only get one play though, because you spun the equalizer.
Oh right,
There you go.
that's right. Yeah.
All right. So now this is just a chance for me to get some points on the board using my level 1 cards. Get your beat out of there. And Ricky Martin Horns in there.
Yep.
So I was able to take advantage of that. Get back up to the 10 points I had before.
Well, so I can't take advantage of any bonuses here, but going to throw a Weezer, take down, just get a couple points. Still a pretty close game.
Yeah. Alright, so let's see, how do I play this? I got some options.
I was looking for.
So I could take the full mix by playing Childish Gambino over Josh's blue card right now. But I kind of want to keep my my wild card around for later. Let's see. Oh no. Maybe I'll just go for it. Get that Weezer out of there. That flow rider guitar. So I could play this card just to take over the whole mix, but that would knock blue out. I think I gotta do it. Use the wild card as a blue card.
So I do have.
Troy seems psyched by that play. Oh.
Save.
Oh, save it.
Okay. Whenever Troy points at us, that means save. So I do have a play that I can use to get some points back on the board and also take over more than just 2 cards in the mix here. So what order do I want to do this in here? So I can play the Strings of Fate card.
Yeah.
Kind of mad at your Childish, so I love Childish Gambino, but gotta get back at you for that. So what that lets me do is play an extra guitar card. Finally get Carly out of the mix. That's been in there for a little while. And then, on top of that, play an effects card that gives me 2 points for having a green in the mix.
Does that give you the lead? Yeah.
Yeah, by 1 point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. How do I play this? So you have these 3 cards. There's no blue in the mix right now. I think I'm just gonna play it like this. Definitely gonna drop that beat. Put this big Church's beat in there. Nice. That gives me a lead. Let's see. I think I'm just gonna try and get some extra cards. So I'm gonna play my white card over Josh's so that I leave all the colors in the mix. That will give you an opportunity for a bonus. That's me draw an extra. Then at the end of my turn, I draw 2 more.
Yep.
Should have. Oh, it's 6 cards. Oh, you just saw it up there. There you go.
Okay.
All right.
So, don't have a ton that I can do here. So, I could play over his yellow with my yellow here. I can't drop the red anywhere because none of these 3 slots have anything that's 2 or lower. And I can't even play over my own green, which you might want to sometimes just to get a point on the board. So since this is my only move, I actually don't want to play this first.
Yeah.
Because if I spin the equalizer, it could open something up, which could give me a bonus. If I'm going to play this anyway and I could kick his yellow out, could get 2 points for that instead of 1.
Play the odds. Got a 7 and 12 chance. There's that 2. That's all you can hit today.
Okay.
And the one color you don't have.
Yeah. So can't use that to get a bonus, but that's okay. Still put a second card on the board with Ed Sheeran in the vocals. It is a little unfortunate that I'm not leaving that open.
Right.
Again,
If I had a blue.
if I couldn't see your hand, I'd be a little bit more nervous about that one.
Let's see. I can play this like so. I'm just gonna drop this. Actually, I'm gonna play it like this. Put a red over Josh's yellow.
Yep.
Get yellow out of the mix.
Now it opens that up.
Opens up that yellow bonus. This lets me play, so I can't take that blue bonus,
Yep.
but I was able to set myself up for a yellow bonus.
Yep.
This. And I'm threatening a victory here.
I know. So I am in literally the exact same space, the spot that I was last turn. I have a single level 3 yellow and nothing else that I can play. So
Yeah, you're really looking for
take
that
the
3
odds
to come up here.
If I can hit the 3, which
You bet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that'll change up the game.
that's big for me because that
Yeah.
also means he now loses 3 points.
Yep.
Because he had 3 threes.
So now you're only down 1 point,
So-
which you could probably snag with all that open space.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I also like this cool
Yeah.
piano bass breakdown we got going on here.
yeah. Also, somebody pointed out last week, I love that if there's no beat in the mix, then everybody's kind of clapping along. So I got a couple different plays that I can make here. Well, I've got 2 different plays I can make. So I can either take the yellow, or I can play a red somewhere. So if I take the yellow, in either case, I'm leaving 2 open. So I think the smart play here might be to play the red, because that's the most common, most likely for you to have if I couldn't see your hand. But I can still do that in a way that makes it slightly harder for you to play. Like if you only had a 1-point blue or something like that,
Right.
you wouldn't be able to put that down.
Yeah. I mean, that would block me from getting a 1-point blue on the board. Blocks me from getting the red bonus.
Now I get my
Right.
my 1-point blue here.
However, I do have the blue I need, so there's kind of a question of, let's say, do I play it? I think I just try and cash in on my level 1, so I try and knock your red out,
Double points on that.
double points there, and then push to 20 with a low card to try and keep some options for closing out the game next turn. Even though that doesn't really block you on anything, I'm trying to just push my point advantage here.
Yeah. So I don't think there's a way that I can get 4 points this turn here.
It's going to be tough. And so
Yeah.
that was the other reason I made that play, is that I have a 1, a 2, a 3 on the board.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for you to take away more than one of my points, unless you had some effects card or something.
Yeah. Or I got really lucky on that little sliver.
Oh yeah, you do have a 1 in 12 chance of clearing everything.
So I think I have to, because
Do
so
that.
I can get 2 points, and then I can get a third, which puts me at 20. But if you're already at 20, then all you need to do is play a single card, which, you know, with a hand of 5.
Which is funny. If you put that on a level 3 yellow, the only card I could play would be this one here. So I actually have 4 cards that would be unplayable if you made that play.
Yeah. But-
Although you could, I mean, I guess you don't have a higher red either.
Yeah.
Right, you could just put 3 red and yellow here and just try and block me on my last play.
Yeah. So I think I mean,
You got to play the odds. Yeah.
gotta play the odds. If I get that 1 in 12, then I'm in really good shape. But no.
No.
So
Just clears that out. Doesn't help you get any color bonuses or anything.
okay. So play that though. Yeah. So now you'll be able to take it home here.
Right. Barely. Actually, because you opened that up for me,
Yeah.
I can play 2 cards now, right? These 3 cards, you've blocked me out with those high green and yellow.
Yeah.
I could get cocky and try and clear one of your cards and then score 2 points for bringing back in a color, but
Right.
considering how soundly I was beaten last game, I'm just going to play it safe.
Yeah.
Which means that if anybody on Twitch is keeping track of the point spread, you're still way ahead.
Right.
Highness wins.
But at least it's a small moment of redemption for me.
Yeah. So got some more questions from chat. We got some like interesting questions actually that aren't just about like gameplay or something. What's the process for coming up with a wild card? Do you come up with the ideas for the parts or the transition first?
Oh, that's a really good question. Fundamentally, a good wild card should have like 4 distinct parts. There's some cards which we thought would be fun to like collect all the individual pieces, and then there are some which we actually haven't seen. I don't know if it's just our shuffling. I played Heartbeat, but you didn't. I don't think you played any wild cards that turn.
Yeah, they must all be at the
But
bottom.
yeah, just I can demo this real quick, right? Like, oh, there it goes. But just like Earth, Wind, and Fire, right, has like. Right, super classic
Yeah.
beat. The horn part is like signature element. Oh, it actually is doing the transition for us. So like that was just one where it's like each piece of that song is really cool, and we knew we could sort of come in with that signature hook. Kind of the same idea with what was the other one? Oh, Final Countdown. Right, like Final Countdown. We got that song, has a great synth part. That one was like, we kind of had to do that one for the transition, even though it's really like the synth part and the red loop, that's the most signature part of that song. All 4 parts are good, and then the transition is awesome.
Yeah.
But here, like, you got this great bass line, so like, yeah, that's kind of what we look for.
Yeah. And then if you did also put these
Oh yeah,
in these
and you can
spots,
isolate.
so now you're
Just
only
get that
getting
beat.
that beat. Or only the horns here.
Right. Yeah. And for gameplay, you get 1 point just for getting that on the board, but a wild card can capture multiple color bonuses when you play it into the slots of... Because you're actually hearing the bass and beat here, and you're hearing the beat and loop here, and you're hearing the lead and loop there.
Yeah, which means that they can also count for multiple types of instruments if you got an effects card
Right.
or...
Yep.
Yeah. So... do have a question about effects cards, but first, people are asking some questions about custom decks and deck building. So we are going to dive into that in detail next week and bring on some custom decks and talk about some advanced strategies. But somebody was asking, why couldn't you just build a deck full of wilds? So
Sure. So we'll talk about, like Josh said, we're going to have Nate on, who's actually been spending a ton of time. He's our QA lead and has been doing an awesome job sort of like coming up with interesting combinations to test the system. But just to sort of give you the quick explanation, it's kind of like a point budget of how many cards you can have in your deck based on their level value. And then every wild and effects cards counts as a level value of 4. Because they're versatile, because they're more powerful. They kind of come at a premium, so you can't just stuff your deck with them, because at least right now, the goal is that you want to have a minimum of 15 cards, but a maximum level value of 40 points.
Yeah.
So if you had only wilds in your deck, you would only have 10 cards, which wouldn't be a legal deck, so you'd have to come up with a way to expand that. It also lets us balance the effects cards a little bit, right? Like Roll Up, which is the card that lets you draw 1 extra, isn't the most powerful effect, but that's why it's level 3 in value. Yeah. So you can drop that anywhere on the board to replace any card you want and try and lock up a slot.
Yeah. And all wilds are level 2, right?
Currently, that is the case.
That's
Just
the
to
sense
sort of
right
balance
now,
them
at
out,
least. Let's see here. So the other question was just if we can kind of talk about what some of the different effects cards do.
Oh, yeah.
Just kind of in
Yeah.
detail. So why don't we just pull the...
Yeah, we've sort of been like looking at the gameplay element. One thing that came up a bunch in that last game that I really like is that, you know, we had sort of created the idea of the color bonuses to encourage you to fill out the mix, but I really like what it causes to happen musically, where it's like the beat will drop out, and then you get that moment of bringing the beat back into the mix, and like you said, the crowd will be clapping until you drop that new beat.
Yeah.
So it's fun, like, as a player to capitalize on those moments, but musically it can also lead to some really cool sort of like rise and fall elements.
Right. So, so this one here, assert order, that's +2 if you've got a green on the board.
So that one's, that one's in the electronic deck.
Yep.
So some of the theming of these is whatever genre the effects card comes with. You know, if you're dropping, goes with the Skrillex Wild, right?
Yep.
Like you want to drop the bass with your dubstep card.
Yeah.
So yeah. But you can of course pair it with what, you know, you could drop that into your country deck that you happen to have some, you know, crazy bass line in.
I'm actually going to build a mix
Leave
here
that
with
in.
some
Yeah.
samples here. So this one, I played that in both of the last two games. Strings of Fate, that lets me play an extra guitar card.
Yeah.
So that can be, you know, whether it is a green or a red. I don't think we have any yellow guitars, do we?
We might.
Do we?
Because it's kind of like, you know, what you would use for sort of a guitar solo
Yeah.
lead part. I know we have some yellow horns and some yellow synthesizer parts.
Yeah.
I think we might have some of those.
And so when you've got that little icon of like play an extra, that actually doesn't count as one of your actions. So you may have noticed when I was playing that, I actually got to drop 3 cards on the board that turn, those turns. So that's kind of a good way to either get some extra points on the board or get the full mix when you've been trading back on, you know, going between 2 and 4 cards apiece.
Yeah, you can sort of break that. That one comes with it's in the starter pack in the rock deck.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that squeedly, metally guitar, which is playing slow now because this one came first. But that's another one where, like Josh said, instruments can be of different colors. So guitar might be a bass guitar. It might be a guitar loop. It might be a banjo, like one of the cards in the country deck is a banjo, which we count as a guitar for the purposes of not having 2 obscure instruments in the game.
So Embrace Chaos, got -2, takes 2 points away from your opponent. The Heartless one, so you've got the little X, the other player and their blue cards, so that will remove all of their blue cards. This is from Lucky, the country deck, which we're not using today. That's an extra equalizer spin, so drop that and it will automatically spin the equalizer. So good way to kind of get, you know, potentially clear out the board and still have 2 actions to play what you want.
That one's my favorite. It's like that creepy snake sound in there.
Yeah. You hear that isolated? Yeah. And then the second one from the Lucky deck, so all of the playlists, so far at least, have 2 effects cards in them. And so Quiet Wisdom, that's 1 point if there's an empty spot on the board, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's like, if you have this in your opening hand, it's great. If you use the equalizer and wipe out a bunch of your opponent's cards, it's great to play this, because this can actually be, on an empty board, that's a 5-point play, which is pretty ridiculous. Most of the time in the game, there's lots of cards in the mix, so it's tough to cash in on that, but it can be very powerful.
Yep.
So yeah, Lift Your Voice comes with the Sweets Pop deck. Being pop-centric, it's trying to get the vocals in the mix and dominate that part. The other pop card is Clear Your Mind, the Sweets deck. Like Josh said, that means clear. That symbol there means your opponent, and the question mark card is a random card. So I think you saw that one played earlier.
Yep.
Which clears any of your opponent's cards at random. These 2 are from the Highness Hip Hop deck. Roll Up just lets you pick up an extra card, but it is a level 3, so you can play that anywhere to wipe out any card. And then Flame Out. If you're in the hip hop, you want to sort of lay down the beats. So that one gives you a bonus point for your blue cards. So that could be up to a 4-point play if you have all 3 blue slots with blue cards.
Yeah,
You
the
get
nice
a lot
thing
of
about these is that it does let you get multiple points.
Yeah.
So for the assert order, there's only 1 green slot on the board, which is why it's a +2
Yep.
on that. But here you've got the potential for 3 points, or as you mentioned, the Quiet Wisdom can have up to 4 empty spots.
Yep.
So I think we got time for a rematch here. We got 5
it?
minutes
All right.
if we can kind of speed through, take it a
right.
little bit faster.
Should we talk less and just play speed drop mix here?
Yeah, we can do that. We took it slow. We showed
Yeah.
the audience how it works.
We do have to have a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Even though I don't think I can actually ever make up for that point spread.
I don't know. I could have an equally terrible game.
Well. Yeah, I'm really excited to see people start doing custom combinations with the effects cards.
Yeah.
Controller.
Make sure I shuffle well.
Tweets.
Need this to work. Yeah. All right. It's your
Okay.
turn to go first.
Got a wild in my opening hand. That's a good thing to get.
Sometimes,
I mean-
depending on what other cards you have, sometimes it's a good play to drop that wild up front. Just stop me from getting multiple color
Yeah.
bonuses.
So I guess since we're going a little bit quickly, we don't have to do open hand here.
Oh, now you tell me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw mine as well. So I'm going to get 3 colors on the board in my opening turn here. Going to use that to potentially block out yellow, and that lets me play that. Oh no! Must be a
Red.
okay.
Yeah,
Gonna take
you can
that
take that back.
Yep. Yep.
After we just explained
I
them
know.
all.
I know.
All right. So, as I noted, you can. I like that. You can capture 2 color bonuses with a wild card.
Ugh.
Still pre-release. I do get my points. That's what really
Yeah,
matters.
that is all that matters to you. So
That LMFAO bass with this.
So play that. So
Wall
take
drums
that.
going on, yeah.
And then I am going to kind of take some of those points back that you took to get a lead here.
Spooky mix.
Yeah.
All of the effects cards do change the audio as well, in addition to playing their own music. Like this one, I think, this did the major minor transition there, so now you kind of got the little bit of a creepy vibe on it. Say you got 2 3s and 2 in there. I think I don't want to play this. Can't play these right now. But do I go heavy? I think I do. I think I'm just gonna try and drop some bombs here.
Okay. So I want to play over my own here, but
Sometimes that's the right play.
I know. Yeah.
Sets you up for something bigger.
So yeah, I'm going to play over that.
Okay.
Because I don't want to open up that bonus for you.
Right. No, that's a totally reasonable play.
So
Guarantee clears all of my blues out of here.
Yeah.
You know, because I just showed you that I have the blue bonus card in my deck.
yes.
So that would be really bad for you.
Yeah.
If I capitalize.
And then I'll have to play some Europe and get that blue bonus.
Much as it pains me,
Oh
to
no.
immediately knock Europe out of the mix.
Oh no.
I feel like this is the play I gotta make.
Of course you did. So here we go. So
Tell me that. You get enough
going
points on the board.
to no, I can't do that.
I'm still hurting from that -2 you hit me with right out of the gate.
Yeah. So again, playing over my own, but it's the highest point play.
That was mine.
What? Well,
Oh,
because
okay.
I'm doing that.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. Get 3 points out of that one.
I want a girl who gets up early. I want a girl who stays up late. I want a girl with uninterrupted prosperity who uses a
I'm
machete
I really need to get some points on the board.
with fingernails that shine like justice and a voice that is dark like
Man, this is a tough play.
Yeah.
She is
Alright,
fast
we're trying to play fast.
and sharp as
And do that. Take the draw.
touring the facility and picking up slack. I want a girl with the short skirt and a long.
I think I'm gonna just. I don't know if this is the right play, but trying to play fast. You have nothing to clear, but it did give me a full
Yeah.
mix bonus, so.
Yeah.
Double 2.
So
Okay.
gotta spin.
Okay. Not the 3. Oh.
Looking like the 3.
Oh, that
Yeah. That one hurts.
I regret some of my decisions.
That opens up red as well as green. So I can play over that, and that lets me play an extra strings card. So I do get to take those 3 actions that turn, plus get the red bonus.
It's a snarling guitar there.
Yeah.
Let's see the way to play this. Let's do this. And drop a beat.
Yep.
You can drop this over your card there.
Oh, okay.
So let's play an extra vocal. And I'm going to play the wild because when I play the wild
Yep.
here, it counts as a vocal.
And there's no red in the mix either.
And no red, no
So you're
yellow.
getting, ooh, that's a big
So it
play.
gets me. It's 10 points. Still don't have the lead.
Yeah.
But you also don't have any cards.
Right. It's never a good place to be. So,
Also, sounds great.
it does.
It's childish kid because you got the keys from this and the keys from that. Grab that for later.
I'm gonna play over your beat there. Some Landino in the mix. Can't do bonuses, but can do that. A little unfortunate because it
Yeah.
does open up the red
Yeah.
for you, but
Which I can capitalize on. Get that blue.
yeah,
Sorry, green rather.
yeah.
But now I'm 1 point away. Clawing my way back here.
I know.
And I did it without any 3s in the mix. Makes it a little harder for you to take out my cards with the equalizer.
Yeah. So I can get 3 points here by doing that. Takes red out of the mix. Play red there.
It's rough. Let's see, do I try and clear out some of your cards? I really gotta. I think I gotta. Oof. It's a rough position. Unless. Alright. Can do. Risky play.
Okay.
Just try to lock up the board here. What I'm hoping is that you have low cards. Can't do anything other than maybe stack on top of some rhythms over here. We'll find out. Okay, yeah.
That there.
You have the combo.
They don't have the combo.
That would,
I know. I wish I had the combo.
Okay. This is so painful.
I know.
I think I should have been more aggressive on that last turn. Really. Oh no.
Odds were not in your favor, Jonathan.
No, you just need that 1 point. Yeah, I regret some of my decisions. Oh, and with Ed Sheeran, no less.
I guess the student has become the master, right? Is that how that
Maybe
goes?
it's better at talking while you're playing. You're more practice
Maybe,
doing
yeah.
that. You're
Must
too
be.
distracted trying to stream and play the game at the same time.
Must be.
Rough. Yeah, I shouldn't have played those 2-3s there. I should have tried to knock you out there.
Yeah. So let's see. Any last minute questions here? Final countdown was announced. We swapped out a couple cards from the starter decks with some of the other announced wilds. So we brought in Final Countdown in the Rock deck. We brought Earth, Wind, and Fire September into the Sweets Pop deck. And the third one we brought in was...
There's one we didn't play. Want me to play it for you right now real quick?
Yeah.
For anybody who's still tuned in?
Yeah.
It's still hiding somewhere in your deck.
Yeah.
Let's get a good little mix going here. Should we play Name That Tune? See if people recognize it? I'll cover it.
Yep.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, that kind of gives it away at the beginning.
Name
but
the
that's okay.
artist. Name the artist. Really like it with the cake bass line there.
It's good. Lieutenant Helmus got it.
Nice. Thomas is on it.
Yeah.
Yep. Young MC. Bust moves. Classic.
Yep. So to the person who just joined, this is DropMix. Comes to us in September. There will not be any sort of like complete mix version where you can buy all the expansions and starters at once because they'll be coming out over time. So game launches in September, but we have additional playlist packs and Discover packs for the rest of 2017. So you might see, it's totally up to retailers if they want to kind of bundle some things together, so you might see some of that, but there won't be anything that's everything at once. The best you can get is everything that's currently out at that time, but hopefully there will always be new things down the road to expand the collection.
We'd love to do that.
Yeah.
So,
What?
and there's
No blind packs.
packs.
Yeah.
So we're playing back one of the save mixes that came up during our game.
Yep.
Recreates in the order we played it.
And so this is coming out, it's available on iOS and Android. So we'll be announcing requirements sometime in the future. Still working on that, but cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back next week, as I mentioned, with some advanced strategies and deck building. So everybody that's been clamoring for that can kind of see how that works and show some of the effects cards that we haven't shown yet because they're from decks that largely have unannounced cards in. So there's one in particular. I can't remember which one it's called, but it's the one where if you have all 4 colors on the board, you get 3 bonus points, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, more to come next week, and we will catch you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.